another emerges. But every day we rise and work harder, dig deeper, ask one more question, take one more shot in relentless pursuit of our horizon.
Take the worry out of winter driving by riding on a new set of tires from Mills Fleet Farm. Need tires for your truck, car, or SUV? Get the tires you need at the prices you can afford. Fleet Farm carries all the best brands: Michelin, BF Goodrich, Cooper, Roadrunner, and many more. Stop in to see our full selection. If you have questions, our experienced team can help. Be safe, be smart. Get the best tires at the best prices. Mills Fleet Farm.
UW Green Bay has been the place where I could learn more, do more, and be more.
The campus is beautiful. We're surrounded by trees and the Arboretum, and we're just off of the bay.
UW Green Bay has pushed me above and beyond what the average student has done.
My classes are very personal. There's always time before and after to talk to the professor.
There's always something going on here on campus.
It's been like the most fun time of my life.
I feel like at the university I can go anywhere because there's so many programs and different opportunities offered here.
I've definitely grown professionally as well as personally, and I have UW Green Bay to thank for that.
UW Green Bay's.
You are looking live at Aldo Santaga Stadium here on the campus of the University of Wisconsin Green Bay. I am Hunter Vaughn, bringing you Horizon League men's soccer between your Green Bay Phoenix and the University of Illinois Chicago Flames. The Phoenix coming into tonight sitting at 6-4-2 on the year. They're 2-2-1 in Horizon League play. As for the UIC Flames, they are 10-3-1 on the season, 4-1-1 overall. And this is still a big match for the Green Bay Phoenix in Horizon League standings, as right now sitting atop the Horizon League will be Wright State with 13 points total. They're 4-0-1 in conference play. Then UIC right there with them sitting at 13 points as well. Then you have IUPUI at 10, Northern Kentucky at 9, Green Bay and Milwaukee both sitting at 7. Then Oakland with 6 points, Cleveland State with 5. So still a lot to happen considering the top 6 teams will be advancing on to the conference tournament coming up in a few weeks. So Green Bay, plenty to play for still here late in the season, sitting at 2-2-1. They definitely want to try and at least come away with a tie here this evening against a very good UIC squad to try and just keep pace in the conference standings, to try and get in with that 5th or 6th spot if they can in the Horizon League standings. As we're getting the starting lineups right now, first for the visiting UIC Flames, it will be number 4, Jacob Graber, then 5, Christian Sanchez, 6, Nestor Garcia, number 7, Max Todd, 8, Oscar Gonzalez, number 9, Peter Beckett, 10, Jesus Perez, and then number 11, Markel Sadler, then number 19, Pau Mateo, and then number 20, Eduardo Garcia, and then in goal will be number 22, Sawyer Jackman, the senior from St. Charles, Illinois. As for your UW Green Bay Phoenix, it'll be number 2, Baran Husseini, number 3, Andre Bayrez, 4, Jack Bradford, 6, Ian Smith, number 8, Bernard Asibi Rule, 10, Brian Vang, and then number 14, Joey Bourgeois, number 17, Brady Lenius, and then number 24, JT Spaeth, number 27, Clay Brown, and then in goal will be Nikola Kuvedchik, the redshirt senior from Belgrade, Serbia. Right now on the season, he's 2-3-2 as a netminder. He is only allowed 7 goals on the year with a 74% save percentage, and now we'll be pausing for the national anthem. moments away from the start of this match again between the University of Illinois Chicago Flames and the Green Bay Phoenix. And it is a cold, windy night here in Green Bay. As you can see, the players still wearing their jackets here at Aldo Santaga Stadium. Again, right now it's officially 34 degrees outside, but with that 16-mile-an-hour wind gusting upwards of 28 miles per hour, it's got a wind chill right now of 24 degrees out there for the players. And earlier today in Green Bay, it even snowed a little bit. So winter is on its way here in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and these are always the worst parts of being a fall sport athlete, having to deal with starting your season where it was 90-degree days, you had field temperatures that were up over 100 degrees, and you have to deal with cramping, and now you're just trying to figure out any possible way you can keep yourself warm on these cold, cold nights. As you see all of the bench players for UIC keeping as many layers on as they possibly can to keep themselves warm here tonight, because again, it is a cold one, as we're finally having to calculate wind chill, as it's a 24-degree wind chill right now in Green Bay. And this is the third to last game for these two teams, as the Phoenix hosting the Flames here tonight, and then they will have one more home match for senior night. That'll be Saturday, October 27th against Wright State, and that is a game you can see on ESPN3, and then they'll finish off their season on the road in Rochester, Michigan, taking on the Golden Grizzlies of Oakland. As for UIC, they'll have two more games after tonight, but there'll be a non-conference matchup down in Charlotte, North Carolina, taking on the Charlotte 49ers before coming home for their final game of the season, taking on the Norse of Northern Kentucky. UIC will be the ones starting with the ball, as they're in their white jerseys with blue sleeves and blue shorts and the red socks. And then the Phoenix wearing their gray jerseys, keeping the long sleeves on, and then with the green shorts as well. Flames trying to work it up ahead, and it looks like that'll just bounce out for the first throw-in of the match for the Phoenix. The Phoenix trying to work it up ahead. That long pass that'll be taken up by Sawyer Jackman, the goalkeeper this evening for the Flames. He's a senior from St. Charles, Illinois. Started all 14 games for the Flames, and he's sitting at then with a record of 10-3-1, saving 77% of the shots so far this season. It's a low cross into the box for Green Bay, and that'll just stay wide. Jackman will just take his time, wait for his teammates to get upfield. He's going to have to try and kick into the wind in this first half, as it's again 16-mile-an-hour winds going from left to right as you're looking at the field. Now the Flames with it, working up ahead. That was Sadler. Now it's Max Todd. Todd has to circle back as he got cut off. Mateo up for Gonzalez. And with how strong the wind is now the Phoenix have a turnover. They're going to try and work quickly up ahead. But with how strong the wind is, for the team having to go into the wind in each of these halves, it's going to be imperative that the low passes and you just keep nice, easy, successful passes. So there's a long through ball, too hard those that'll go over the touchline for a goal kick. So we saw that first long cross that the Phoenix tried, and the wind just picking it up and taking it an extra 10 yards further up the pitch than what they were expecting. That's all the way up ahead for Sadler. Sadler has it taken away for a moment by Husini. Phoenix trying to work down the far side. Long pass up ahead, and then the wind again just takes that ball. Even a short pass that was only about 8 feet off the pitch, still just getting pulled all the way down. Interception for Green Bay. They'll turn it right back over. Bourgeois can't control that.
Hey, Brett. That came in handy.
The CB Rule fighting for it. Able to win it, and they'll send it back to their defensive line. The Flames early on, as we're into the 5th minute of action, doing a great job with their midfield to apply pressure. Green Bay having to try a lot of long passes to try and work that ball ahead. Smith loses possession of it. Still no shots on goal as we're 4:36 into this first half of action. Bourgeois trying to win a foot race with Mateo. Mateo will just send it back to Jackman. Perez centers to Gonzalez. Back to Sanchez. Todd had it for a moment. Max Todd, the only player out on the field that I can see who's not wearing the long sleeves tonight. The bravest of all the players out on the field. Todd with a nice move to get some space. Up for Gonzalez. Gonzalez trying to find room, has to just back off. Bourgeois on the far side. Husini wanted to just try and skip that ahead. Bourgeois realized he wasn't going to be able to make that run. There's nearly a missed touch that time from the Flames, but they're able to get it back to their keeper. Again, the ball just, as soon as it gets caught up into that wind, just coming straight down. Sadler able to pass it out wide. That cross is deflected down. Still fighting for it. Cleared back up for Bourgeois. The CB rule can't get to it. So far as we're into the 9th minute of action, haven't seen any team really try a cross into the box, which will be the really interesting part of this match, is how this wind will affect any sort of build-up play like that. And even there, after a foul and getting a free kick, the Flames going with a short pass instead of even trying to hammer it down the field. And there again, Flames just trying to clear something down the field, and ball only going about 20 feet when you had put everything into that pass. Husseini for the throw-in. Gets to Bourgeois, but it takes a hard bounce off of him. Throw in for the Flames. And there again, a long pass where the ball just dies down, and you see Todd and along with Bradford getting tied up. I wouldn't be surprised if the officials let some of those jump balls where normally you'd see a foul with the defender coming over the top, if they let it go today, because they understand that it's going to be impossible to try and play that ball in the air and get a good read on it. Phoenix trying to work down the far side. Got some space. That cross deflected away. Still with possession of it. They have to clear back out though. Cini wanted the give and go. Still able to keep it. That's Vang. Vang will take a shot, and it just goes off the bar. Vang with a great shot, just sending it a little too far wide, though, for the first real danger of the game. And now that should be cleared all the way out, but instead will die in the air again. Splitting through the defenders, he gets into the box, cross forward, and then it's just getting a foot on it. That'll roll out for the first corner kick of the match. So this will be number 17, Brady Linus, the senior from Sturgeon Bay. Doesn't have a goal yet this season or an assist. Again, the Phoenix have the wind going into the Flames goal. High cross, and that'll just get punched wide or over the top of the net, and this will be another corner kick now on the opposite side as we take a look at the replay. And Husseini was there, but just getting a hand on it was Sawyer Jackman. Now a corner from the other side, a line drive, and that is headed over the top of the goal. So the Phoenix getting the first dangerous moments here in the 11th and 12th minutes of action. Still scoreless though. CB Rule loses it. Sadler now on a breakaway. Long pass up ahead for Beckett. Max Todd. We'll go back to Sanchez. Now they'll try to cross it ahead. That's headed out and cleared down. Still a dangerous moment though. Todd just tries to flick it on, and Kuvedchik is there to snatch it up, and he'll roll it out ahead. Well, right after the Phoenix were able to put some pressure on the defense of Illinois Chicago, they're able to answer back again. Bourgeois showing off some of his speed. Too hard of a touch though that time, as he has it taken away. That was Mateo with the interception. Beckett tries a pass up ahead. That'll be too far for a goal kick. Again, as I mentioned in the open, this game very important for the Phoenix. Love to get those 3 points and get up to 10, then be fighting for that 3rd or 4th spot to get a home game in the Horizon League tournament coming up in the next couple of weeks. That long pass ahead will go all the way into the hands of Jackman. Again, right now they sit tied with Milwaukee at 7 points. That rolls out, throw in. Husini will be the one to take it for the Phoenix. There's a long pass ahead. Mateo was the first one to get ahead on it. Todd finally winning it. Flicks it up ahead to Perez. The CB rule gets taken down from behind. Won't be a card, but will at least be a free kick for the Phoenix. They take it quickly.
I see the wind. That's not a bad shot right there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that'll go out off of Green Bay, throw in for Chicago. So far, only 2 shots recorded total, both of them from Green Bay, neither of them on goal. They did have one go off of the side, that far bar. That's headed too strong. It'll be out for a throw-in for UIC. Long pass into the wind again, just dies down. Todd has to almost circle back for it. Sadler loses it. The CB Rule trying to win the foot race. He has to slow down. Touches it up ahead for Bourgeois, and Bourgeois will be offsides. If he was off, it was maybe by a half a yard. Gonzalez with it for the Flames. They'll work it out wide. Through ball is intercepted by Green Bay. Bourgeois trying to fight through some pressure. Able to send it back, a little bit of space now out in the open. They have a CB rule down the far side. They'll pass it backwards instead. That pass ahead deflected. And that's out off of Gonzalez. Husseini trying to find somebody to pass it up to. Finally does. Smith. And then a one touch back to Bourgeois that was too hard. Sends it down the far side. Still trying to work ahead. Brown with it in the corner. And that is out off of Green Bay. They'll actually call a foul there instead of it being the throw-in. So Jackman has to, again, try and kick into this wind. Into the 20th minute of action, and again still scoreless. Only 2 shots for Green Bay, none so far for the Flames. They have at least put a little bit of pressure on the defense of Green Bay, but they've been able to hold up well so far. There's now something building for the Flames. Gonzalez trying to get it to Todd. He's got to send it wide. Sadler crosses it into the box, and that's intercepted and cleared out by Green Bay. UIC still with possession though. Graber to Mateo, up to Sadler. And there'll be a foul called against Chicago as Bourgeois took a little bit of push to the back. And now normally from this spot, if you're Green Bay, this is where you maybe try a short pass, but it looks like that's what they might try and do. I'm surprised they're not trying to push a little bit further ahead when you've got a 16-mile-an-hour wind at your back.
I'm old school. You know, all the matrix go out the water.
Husseini passing up ahead for a CB rule, and that's again just barely offsides.
Somebody's limping, I'm going after them.
And that Phoenix forwards again, seen it a couple of times where they just barely mistiming their runs with Bourgeois and a CB rule. And if they're able to time that up correctly, it could cause a lot of problems for a very good defensive team in Chicago. And now we have a whistle and a foul, and this is again a dangerous spot. CB rule with a little bit of gamesmanship coming ahead, so they can't take that free kick quickly. And the Phoenix wanting to try and put a wall in front of this free kick. Even with having to try and kick into the wind, they still want to force this to have to be an indirect one, so Flames take the short kick. And a good slide tackle to get that out. It'll be a throw-in for UIC, but it slows down the attacking pressure. Garcia is the one to throw it in. That long pass attempt again, flicked on, and then tried to clear it out. Husseini's the one who gets to it, but his pass is intercepted. And then we have a whistle that'll be a foul, and one of the players down on the turf now for Chicago and slow to get up. That was Jesus Perez. Take a look at the replay here, and was trying to just get himself some space, and it was right after he went to send that pass ahead, ended up getting clipped in the heels and his feet coming out from under him. This is Oscar Gonzalez for the free kick. Again, this is where if you're Green Bay, you like having that wind to your back right now. So he'll send it into the far side. Cross sent up into the air, rattling around, and cleared out by Green Bay. Jackman was the one who had to come up to get it. Bayrez to Smith. Flicked ahead to CB Rule. Bourgeois tried a one touch, just too hard that time. There are a number of players, as you can see, trying to stay warm for the Chicago sideline. Right now, just one player for Green Bay starting to try and warm up. Husseini with some pressure, he loses it. Linnaeus able to get it to Brown and then gets it right back. One touch ahead. Phoenix trying to get a fast break going. They'll have to slow down their attack though. Throw in for the Phoenix. Husseini now on the near side. Bourgeois with a nice move, getting through a couple of defenders, trying to find some space. Gets it to Brown. Able to send it out wide into the box. Phoenix still with the ball in the box, trying to find some space. There's a shot into a defender. They still have possession of it though, does Green Bay. Low cross in. Still rattling around. Jackman with a diving touch off the ball. Sawyer Jackman doing a great job early on, taking the pressure as we look at the replay. Falling away, just able to get enough of the ball to push it over to the far side and keep it out. So will be a corner now for Green Bay. Line drive into the box. Bourgeois trips on the ball. Now a fast break going for the Flames. Out wide to Sadler. Sadler trying to get some space. Dumps it off. Centered for Perez. And there's a first shot on goal for the Flames. Snatch up by Kuvedchik. So now both teams with a shot on goal. Phoenix do have a total of 4 shots. They had one go off the post and then another with a beautiful save from Jackman. Sadler, just too hard of a touch forward. He goes down hard. That'll go out for a goal kick, and Sadler's still down. Excuse me, it'll actually be a corner kick, and now they're going to bring out the trainers. So we're going to have a stoppage for an injury. Again, scoreless here in the first half between the Flames of the University of Illinois Chicago and the Green Bay Phoenix. And so far, as we're just over halfway gone here in the first half of action, player of this first half definitely has to be Sawyer Jackman, the goalkeeper for UIC. He's got one save officially, but still has been in perfect position the rest of the time, was even able to push a corner kick up over the top of the goal. And this isn't the only Horizon League match going on right now, because again, there's a number of other Horizon League teams in action in men's soccer this evening. Northern Kentucky came away with a victory at home against Cleveland State, winning 2-1. And then you have Wright State, they're at home against IUPUI tonight, and Milwaukee is hosting Oakland as well this evening. Then you'll have teams back in action on Tuesday. So there won't be any conference games going on Tuesday, a number of non-conference matches going on around the conference on Tuesday the 23rd, and then conference play again will resume for most teams coming up on Saturday the 27th, with the exception of UIC. Sadler slowly being helped off of the field. As once Sadler is off, this will be a corner kick. It'll be taken by Jesus Perez, the junior from Waukegan, Illinois. He's got 3 goals and 11 assists on the year. He's 9th in the conference in shots per game with 2.5. So far, Perez just playing in these first 28 minutes of the match. Hasn't made any dent statistically into the game. Now Sadler's off the field so they can restart action. And this is Perez. Low free kick. Rattles around. Flames still with it.
The ref told me to let you know, make sure that we don't start the clock until the ball is kicked. Actually put the play. I corrected her. She's up front. She's on her way home.
Flames still trying to work on that far side, trying to get some space. And then that is pushed out. This will be another corner kick. So the second one now for Chicago. And again will be Perez taking this corner kick. The first time tried to go near post with a low corner. And it'll be low again. Definitely the effects of the wind here today, is again wind up into the teens with gusts up close to 30 miles an hour. And that'll be a goal kick. Kuvedchik was just able to watch that go wide. I'm surprised again, the players for Green Bay not playing quite as far up the field as I'd expect with the wind at their back. That ball bouncing ahead, Brown trying to get to it, and it's just pushed out for a throw-in. Smart play defensively. You're not going to try and win a foot race against Clay Brown, so just take the slide tackle, send it out. Still don't get possession, but at least slows down the attack of Green Bay. Long throw in up ahead into the corner. And that deflects out off of UIC for another throw in for Green Bay. Phoenix still keeping possession. Now a whistle for a foul. Jackman will be the one coming forward. Phoenix will just send it all the way back to Kvedchik. Green Bay trying to work it forward. The CB rule gets taken down in the box. No whistle though, as that was first contact was made on the ball. And that'll go out for a goal kick. So again, Green Bay still getting some pressure. Flames definitely winning the battle of possession right now. Byres loses it. Josiah Ash now with it as he just came into the game for UIC. Long pass up ahead for Bourgeois. Jackman's going to come off his line and come up and take that. Sawyer Jackman's been showing a tendency to come up off of his line, come out of the box to go and take the ball, and that's something that Phoenix need to keep putting pressure on him if he's going to continue to do in the match. Try and force him to make a mistake. And there'll be no foul called again as a player hit the turf. Long pass up ahead to Brown on the far side. Trying to get some room, works inside this time. He'd been mainly trying to work down that sideline, instead tried to make a move to the inside. Long pass ahead, that one's knocked away. Now a possible breakaway. Back to with it into the box. Low pass off the hands of Kvedchik, and he's able to pull it in with a forward right there on him. Looking for a call from the official afterwards, as you see Becht working it ahead. Low shot on goal that just comes off the hands of Kvedchik, and then able to still hang on to that with a forward coming right after him. Sela loses it. Husini has pressure, so he has to pass it off right away, and that'll go out for a throw-in, taken quickly by the Flames. Flames now putting some pressure on. Brown able to take the ball away. He's trying to win a foot race and get some space. Still with it, being chased down by Perez. And that'll finally go out. Now we got a couple of substitutions coming from the Phoenix. Kareem Lauba and Tomer Zlakzauer now checking in for the Phoenix. Two very talented attacking players. Lauba with a goal on the season. He's also got 6 shots on goal. And Zlakzauer with 4 goals so far on the year. Smith will pass out wide. Now to the near side for Husseini. Long pass up ahead, wanted to try and get it up to Zlakzauer. He couldn't get there, and there's going to be a whistle. They'll have a stoppage, and a yellow card will be given. There's a player down for the Flames again. I couldn't quite make out who's going to get this yellow card. As the Chicago player is able to get up on his own. That was number 6, Nestor Garcia, called for the yellow card. That's Brian Vang. You see here on the replay, just wasn't able to stop his body and his momentum in time was Vang, and sent him right into Garcia. So it was definitely the right call to make there. Again, the ball was clearly gone from Garcia, but Vang was just in a tough spot defensively, trying to stop his momentum in time. Zlakzauer out wide for Lauba. Give and go for Lauba. Low cross into the box, and that's snatched up by Jackman. Flames nearly had some attacking pressure going, and then they lose it. Lauba sends it back to Husseini. Zlakzauer, a hard one touch. Lauba trying to chase this down. That'll be out for the throw-in. Smart play that time by Sanchez to let that ball go out instead of trying to take it and allow Lauba to close out. Seven and a half minutes now left to go in this first half, still scoreless. Hard pass up ahead. Brown with a low cross, and that touch, and dangerous touch from the Flames defender. And luckily, Jackman was right in the perfect spot to be able to scoop that up. It was nearly a chance for an own goal. And there's a whistle. It'll be a free kick for Green Bay. Wanted to try the long pass up ahead, and that'll just roll over the touchline for a goal kick for UIC.
And for the Phoenix, number 11, Michael Kirian.
Michael Carrion Jr. is the one checking in. Junior for Green Bay from Appleton, Wisconsin. Lauba into the box, crosses it in, another shot on, and it's in for a goal. Green Bay takes the 1-0 lead. Tomer Zlockzauer off the deflection, puts it into the far corner of the net, and he'll row the boat with his teammates for the goal, using the flag, and the Phoenix take a 1-0 lead. Lauba, first one to get the cross in, was nearly cleared out, and then Zlockzauer, the one touch off the deflection, able to beat Jackman to the far corner. And the Phoenix take a 1-0 lead. Zlockzauer now with his 5th goal on the year. The goal coming in the 40th minute of action here in the first half. Tomer Zlockzauer, the junior forward. Now the Phoenix have to be careful. Always say it, but these next couple of minutes now after you score a goal and you take the lead, this is when you're the most vulnerable. Because now UIC is willing to take a few more chances to try and get that equalizer. They're going to put more pressure on you than you've been experiencing in the first 39 minutes of action if you're Green Bay. Sanchez can't control that, but it will go off of Husini for a throw-in. Ash tried to head that forward, taken up by Green Bay. And now with just inside 5 minutes left to go in this half, if you're Chicago trailing 1-0, you're okay with playing a possession game, maybe only getting one more opportunity, as that's a long pass into the box up ahead. And there was a whistle. You've got the assistant official on the far side waving his flag. Players kept on going. I don't think they could hear the whistle. Again, it is very windy here at Aldo Centagas Stadium. There's the wind gusting up to 28 miles per hour, and again, wind chill sitting at about 24 degrees. And that'll be a whistle. It's Green Bay player pushing over player for Chicago and then causing an injury for his teammate, trying to fight for that ball. As I believe this was Jack Bradford for the Phoenix, who's down and hurt right now. So again, as we have this injury, taking a look at the conference standings right now, Wright State along with UIC, they're tied with 13 points on the year, with then IUPUI sitting at 10, then Northern Kentucky at 9, and Green Bay and Milwaukee both at 7. Oakland's at 6 points, and then Cleveland State at 5. And then rounding off the conference in points is Detroit Mercy, who has 1 point after forcing a tie. Again, the Phoenix with a win can get 3 more points, pushing them up to 10, and in a tie then for 3rd place in the conference with IUPUI, or even a tie here puts them at 8 and at least gives them a little bit more separation with Cleveland State and Oakland. Because again, only the top 6 teams make it into the Horizon League tournament. And right now that would be Green Bay and Milwaukee both getting in, with leaving Oakland, Cleveland State, and Detroit Mercy on the outside looking in, but with only 2 points separating Green Bay and Cleveland State. They need every single point that they can get out of these last 2 games, or the last 3 matches now of the season. Again, they'll have to play at least at home, but still play Wright State on the 27th, and then finishing off at Oakland, a team who they're battling for that possible 6th spot in the Horizon League tournament. And looks like we're just about ready to restart action. Now Adam Mansa is coming in, and that was number 24 JT Spaeth, who had actually just checked in. So Spaeth is out. Adam Mansa now coming in for the Phoenix. Long clear up ahead. Zloxauer trying to win the foot race. Smart play that time by Jackman, and backing up and letting the ball come to his feet off of that inside the box. That's why Zloxauer just realized he needed to back off, because all Jackman would have had to do is pick up the ball then. Definitely Jackman showing his senior prowess that time, having played this game for so long. Knows to be able to do those little things, and that's the difference between being an average goalkeeper and being an above average and a great one in Sawyer Jackman. And that'll be a whistle for a foul. Shouldn't be a card that time, but still a free kick for the Flames, and they want to take this quickly, as now closing in on 2 minutes left to go here in the first half. And that'll be a shot that's blocked down. Cleared up ahead to Zloxauer. He's got to try and wait for some teammates to get forward if they want to counterattack. Sela goes out wide to Lauba. Not hard enough, though. Lauba just has to pull off. In Green Bay with that 1-0 lead. It was a 40th minute goal from Tomer Zloxauer. Came off the bench this evening, but able to, off of a deflection in the box, goes with a 1-touch, went to the back corner, able to beat Sawyer Jackman to the spot to get the 1-0 lead for Green Bay. Phoenix trying to withstand some pressure now from the Flames and head into the half leading 1-0. That's why Green Bay's okay with just sending this all the way down as far as they can. Jackman having to race over to get to it. They just want to run this clock out if they're Green Bay, and again get into the half with a 1-point lead over the #1 team in the Horizon League, the UIC Flames. Inside 30 seconds left in the half. UIC again still just trying to work forward. Ash with it. Now to Perez. He's getting into the box with some danger, and there could be a whistle here. And there won't be a penalty kick. They'll say it was a clean play. Kuvedchik will just circle around inside the box, wait for the clock to run out, and that will do it for the first half of action. And 1-0 the score here in the first half. And the Phoenix getting that lone goal of the half off of a Tomer Zloxauer 1-touch inside the box to give them the 1-0 lead. Again, 1-0 our score at the half. We'll take a short break and have first half highlights for you after this.
Be sure to pick up your official Phoenix Jeans apparel at campus bookstore or online at phoenixbookstore.com.
Very interesting.
Phoenix Athletics like to thank you.
Very interesting to see massage and get kind of good commentary.
How many sports do you have to know? You just did volleyball.
Basically to learn volleyball because I had never done it before taking this job. And then, so I'm a senior at UW Oshkosh, and so I've done football for them the last couple of years, and then basketball, softball, baseball. Yeah, haven't had a chance to do hockey yet.
You've got a great voice, real nice man.
Red Health has the tools, support, and care you need close to home. When you pursue good health, Abby just comes along for the ride. Red Health has an official healthcare provider for Green Bay. Come on in and warm up. Administrative concessions will be closing in 15 minutes left in the second half. Make sure you eat your snacks, drinks, before concessions close.
Game 3. Game 3.
Hey, can one of you guys put the headset on? And welcome back to Aldo Syntagas Stadium. Again, we're at halftime between the Green Bay Phoenix and the UIC Flames. Phoenix with a 1-0 lead, and Tomer Zloxauer, the one putting in that goal in the 40th minute. It was off of a deflection. Kareem Lauba, the one making the run into the box, putting a shot on that was attempted to be cleared out by UIC before then Zloxauer was able to make a late run into the box and able to put it on goal for the lone goal of the first half. And statistically for both teams, the Phoenix with 5 shots, 2 of them on goal. And then the 1 goal for Green Bay. That other shot on goal was a great save from Sawyer Jackman. Made falling away, able to just get enough of his right hand on the ball to be able to push it over wide to save a potential goal. And then as for the Flames of UIC, they have 3 shots total, 2 of them on goal so far in this first half, and then also have 3 corner kicks as to the Phoenix 2. The Green Bay did also get called off sides twice, both times on this near side. It was Bourgeois getting called offside along with a CB rule for Green Bay. And statistically, a number of players for Green Bay with single shots on goal. And then also with 2 shots was Becht for the Flames of UIC. And again, 1-0 is our score here at the half. We'll take another break and be back coming up a little bit later on from Aldo Syntagas Stadium after this. Do you want me to do these 2 live reads when I come back right away? Okay.
So you can call it highlights.
Are we going? Welcome back. We're at halftime here at Aldo Santaga Stadium. The Phoenix with the 1-0 lead on the UIC Flames. The Flames, again, the #1 team in the Horizon League standings right now, tied with Wright State, sitting at 13 points. If the Phoenix can hold on for the win, they'll move up to 10 points and be tied with IUPUI for 3rd place in the Horizon League, and that would be a spot where they could possibly get a home game in the Horizon League tournament. And there were a number of highlights in the first half of action between these 2 teams. You see a corner from the Phoenix, and Jackman there just getting a hand on the ball to push it up over the top of the net to save a goal. And then Jackman again with another great save. That ball deflecting, catching him off guard, just getting his left hand on it to push it out wide to keep that ball from going in for the first goal. But the Phoenix eventually able to put the ball into the net. You see Tomer Zlocksauer there putting it into the back of the net, off into the far corner, off of a deflection with the 1 touch. And then heading over to row the boat with his teammates with the corner flag. And Zlocksauer and the Phoenix having some fun rowing the boat after their 1 goal to give them a 1-0 lead here in the first half. Again, we've got about 7 minutes left here in the halftime. Again, Phoenix leading 1-0 on the UIC Flames. Phoenix looking to get a win and possibly move up to 3rd place in the Horizon League standings. We'll be back after this. And then do the reads. 600 events and Horizon League cares. Yeah. How much time?
This year was kind of like, it's just the way you get 45 seconds.
Okay.
This is a really long, awkward staring contest. You know what I'm saying?
So I'll do Horizon League Care, or I'll do the 600 events and then Horizon League Cares. One nothing is the score at the half. The Phoenix leading the UIC Flames, and in 2006, the Horizon League was an innovator as the first collegiate conference to launch a digital network. Today, the Horizon League on ESPN3 and ESPN Plus offers fans over 600 live events. For the latest schedule of events, go to horizonleague.com. And each year, the Horizon League student athletes are involved in hundreds of service and outreach programs, including league-wide involvement with Special Olympics, the world's largest sports organization for people with intellectual disabilities, One Love Foundation, which focuses on ending relationship violence, and Team Impact, which pairs chronically ill children with collegiate teams. To learn more, search hashtag HLCares or visit horizonleague.com. Again, 1-0 the score at the half. Tomer Zloxauer with the single goal for the Phoenix to give them the 1-0 lead. And like I keep saying, this is a big game in Horizon League standings, so the Phoenix can try and possibly get a home game in the Horizon League tournament. We'll take one more break before we come back with second half action. You're watching Horizon League Soccer. Okay.
Thinking if Purdue can pull off the upset. Early on. He's gonna be hungover, you know. There you go.
After the show, Mike's gonna come out to help us, but we have to bring everything back in.
One nothing the score at the half. I'm Hunter Vaughn, bringing you Horizon League Soccer as the Phoenix men are up 1-0 on the UIC Flames. And we're just about set to start the second half of action, and while we have a little bit of time, some score updates from around the Horizon League. Games we're keeping an eye on is Wright State defeated IUPUI 1-0 earlier today. So that keeps Wright State up towards the top of the Horizon League standings. And right now, the Phoenix rival Milwaukee currently scoreless against Oakland. So that's just at the start of the second half of action in that one. And then also a final from earlier today, Northern Kentucky defeating Cleveland State. So again, Wright State now alone atop the Horizon League standings with 16 points. If UIC falls, they'll move down to second place. The Phoenix, if they can get a win, again, they'll move up to a tie for third place in the conference with IUPUI, both of them then sitting at 10 points. And Phoenix fans will definitely be cheering for Oakland this evening, as they're again scoreless right now with UW Milwaukee, but that would put Oakland at 9 points and then keep Milwaukee sitting at 7. Again, only the top 6 teams get into the Horizon League tournament. That tournament will start on Monday, November 5th, with the 3 through 6 finishing teams playing matches on the 5th, and then they'll get a couple of days off before then whoever finishes in first place then hosts the semifinal matches on Thursday, with the final then being at the #1 seeded team in the tournament on Saturday, November 5th for the Horizon League tournament. Second half just about to start here from Aldo Centagas Stadium. Again, it's a cold night here in Green Bay, 35 degrees, wind chill sitting at about 27, has dropped down to 24 degrees at times as well. And the wind up into the teens, gusting up close to 30 miles an hour at time. But now with the team switching direction, the Flames will get the benefit of that wind at their back, which we saw the Phoenix taking advantage of a few times with some longer passes, able to use some speed to beat players out on some long runs. So now the Phoenix is going to have to try and play a little bit more of a possession style game, keep the ball down on the pitch, see if they can't move it around from side to side, get a run from somebody like a Joey Bourgeois or a Tomer Zlakzau or a Kareem Lauba to win an attack and get a second goal. Because with how good offensively this UIC team is, they're third in the conference with 31 total goals on the season. Definitely a team that can score easily in UIC, but the Phoenix also, they're #1 in the conference in goals against on the year. As the Flames, with the ball that sails out of bounds, throw in for Green Bay.
Yes, it did. Good deal.
Headed away and down by Bradford. He loses it though. Ash on the near side. Goes back to Garcia. Now some opening, and Phoenix able to close it out, and it's right into the hands of Kuvedchik. Great save by the goalkeeper, and I mentioned earlier, thought that Max Todd for UIC was the only one with short sleeves, but Kuvedchik, just as crazy as Todd is going with the short sleeves, along with number 10 Jesus Perez for UIC as well, wearing a short sleeve jersey this evening on this cold night here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Kuvedchik there had to get a reminder from the head referee that he does have a ball sitting in that back corner of the goal that he can use. He chased that one down that was all the way over into the corner instead of just taking the one that was right by him. And you see the ball die down again into this wind. Phoenix had possession of it for a moment. And that'll go out, throw in for Chicago. Nice interception for the Phoenix. And that's going to be a whistle, and there'll be a stoppage now. It looks like that's going to be a card, and that will be a yellow card given. So we take a look at the replay. Just catching the heels of Mateo that time. And then Mateo taking a couple of extra rolls after hitting the turf. He's back up now, and I think that was a little bit more of with giving out that yellow card. If you're the referee, it was given to Baran Husseini. So now 2 players for Green Bay with yellow cards, as Brian Vang also has one. But I think that's a little bit more of a situation where when you've got a late season match like this, both teams trying to fight for positioning in the Horizon League standings, you want to try and kind of stop any sort of physical play before it gets too out of hand. So you maybe give out a yellow card or two earlier than you normally would to try and stop any sort of dangerous play happening later on in the game. That cross into the box. That'll get cleared out over the touchline, but it'll go off of the head of a UIC player. Couldn't quite catch who that was, and I think Green Bay might have gotten away with that. That looked like it might have actually gone off of a Green Bay player and could have possibly been a corner kick. Instead, it will be a goal kick. Kuvechic's kick again, just dying down as soon as it catches that little bit of the wind as it starts to actually pick up now. Garcia out wide, now works back in. That shot's deflected down. Cleared out, tried to get it up for Bourgeois. Ball bounced off his elbow, but he wasn't in a spot where he's making himself bigger with it hitting his arm, so no handball there. Brown trying to get some space. He slips. Flames able to take possession. Max Todd working in the center. Wanted to try a long shot. Goes off the back of a Phoenix defender. Good slide tackle to slow down the attack, and now Green Bay is able to counterattack. Trying to work it down that far side. That pass is intercepted. Garcia sends it wide. Todd trying to find space to get a shot off. Sent back out of the box, and then a whistle for an offside. So it'll be a free kick for Green Bay. Throw in for the Flames. And 1-0 the score. Goal scored in the 40th minute of action by Green Bay. The Flames starting to get some pressure now. So now they're up to 7 shots total, 3 of them on goal. Garcia. Flames okay with just playing possession and with it just being a 1-goal game. If you're UIC, you know you've got, at least right now, plenty of time. No need to completely rush things, but you do need to at least try and kind of force things slightly. Cross up into the box. Kuvechik will take it and then go down to the turf. Once again, Kuvechik had to kind of back up a little bit as he was getting set for the cross to come in. Bourgeois tried a one touch to Leonis. Leonis, hard touch out wide. Husini on the far side. That's intercepted. Trying to work ahead quickly are the Flames. Sending it out wide. Low pass into the box, still rattling around. Dangerous. Couple of seconds there before Green Bay at least gets it out of the box. Long pass up ahead, headed down by Graber. Phoenix trying to find somebody to throw in to. That's JT Spaeth. He went down with an injury earlier, but he's been back in to start this second half. Flames again with the majority of the possession here in the second half as we're closing in now on 9 minutes gone here in the second half. Headed away, a one touch from Todd, and that just goes wide. Kovedchik just stood there flat-footed, realizing that he wasn't going to be able to get there, and now it's going to be a corner kick as you look at the replay, and hard one touch that deflects around, and Kovedchik there had no chance had that been a little bit further in to get there. Now it's a corner. Perez will be the one to take it. High corner that will just go over the head of everyone and out for a goal kick. And again, Kovedchik that time eating up a little bit more clock by taking the long way around the goal. He did get a talking to early on in the second half after chasing down a ball that was off into the near corner instead of just taking the one that was right by his goal. And since he did get that talking to, can be a dangerous spot for Kovedchik because can get popped for taking too long if you're a goalkeeper, delaying the game. And that's not a position you want to put your teammates in.
And for the Phoenix, number 11, Michael Carrion, number 13, Kevin Shella, and number 21, Green Block.
Green Bay just chips that out. Phoenix trying to find some space, getting ahead. That pass too far forward, intercepted by Chicago. Now on the counterattack, that's Todd. Nice play by the defender to take that away. Sela with it, up to Bourgeois. Carrion Jr. Sela loses it. It's taken away by Graber. Green Bay getting their first sustained possession of this half. That's Spaeth up to Bourgeois. He touches it back to Bradford, who loses it. Then Bourgeois with a little bit of a hip check. Sends Todd to the turf. Free kick taken quickly. Another interception for Green Bay. Long pass up ahead for Bourgeois. He's going to win that foot race. Trying to make a move, puts the shot on, and it just goes wide. Bourgeois sitting down on the turf, not happy with himself. You see here, making a great move, getting the shot on, and then it just skipping too far wide. He had to take that shot, I think, maybe a little bit sooner than he wanted to because of the defensive pressure. And that forced him to just put that a little bit too wide. Garcia with a move inside. Carrion Jr. with a nice tackle. Cleared out to Carrion Jr. Flames trying to get it into the box. Cross is knocked away. Still some pressure in the box. Kuvedchik is down. So there will be a stoppage of play. So the official will even stop the clock, and Kuvedchik hit the turf hard. Again, you see here on the replay that chip went off of the foot of Bayrez, and Kuvedchik had to punch that away. And then he went down hard on his, looked like on his lower back and tailbone. So Kuvedchik in some pain. Trainers coming out to take a look at him. Because he made a great play on the ball. And then that's the problem when you make that diving backwards stop to try and get the ball. Put yourself into some danger when you're falling backwards and trying to catch yourself. The Phoenix have had some injury issues with their goalkeepers on the year, as Kuvedchik starting 7 matches so far this season, and then the backup would be the sophomore Jamison Yoder, who's 3-1 on the year as Yoder. And you see him on the far side of the field starting to get warmed up for Green Bay. So Kuvedchik's at least up onto his knees now. Again, we've got a stoppage for an injury, and it looks like Kuvedchik's going to try and work through the pain and keep playing. So some scary moments for Kuvedchik. He's back up, and again, he was falling backwards, trying to keep a deflected ball out of the goal. And now we're back, resuming action. He was still able to get a good kick on that, so it looks like he's going to be okay. We'll have to watch out for the remainder of this match, if nothing else. If he's able to finish it, will definitely be sore and probably have a good-sized bruise on his lower back tomorrow morning. That pass deflected away by Green Bay. Wanted to try and go out wide for Carrion Jr. into the near side, couldn't do it, so they go the opposite way. Passes deflected, and now a Chicago player is down. And I think he took a ball to the stomach, maybe even a little bit further south that time, and is in a little bit of pain. Definitely not a good feeling. So we'll have another stoppage, and so we're at the just closing in on the end of the 60th minute of action. It'll be a throw in for Green Bay. Flames trying to get some pressure on. Pass out wide. Ash isn't able to control it. Carrion Jr. is able to at least get it out of the box. He gets tripped up from behind. No whistle for a stoppage that time before the ball rolls out, and it'll be a goal kick. Carrion Jr. surprised by that there was no call as he got clipped from behind. That deflected off of Carrion Jr., so it'll be a throw-in for UIC. Todd passing ahead to Ash. Centered for Perez and now back out wide. Cross into the box and Kuvedchik is there to scoop that up again. He'll roll it out ahead and some miscommunication with him and Carrion Jr. It's not going to cost Green Bay though. Now the Phoenix on the counterattack. Send it out wide. Still trying to fight down the field. Long through ball off the deflection and then still headed into the back of the net for a goal. 2-0 now, Green Bay. I thought that ball was going to go over the top of the goal, and it's Joey Bourgeois who's able to somehow get the ball to go into the back of the net. You see there the deflection off of Sawyer Jackman, keeping the ball up into the air, and then able to get his head on it was Joey Bourgeois. Green Bay now with a 2-0 lead. Now the Phoenix with a breakaway, that's Zloxauer. Zloxauer working into the box. He'll put a shot on. That's a save for Sawyer Jackman. Throwing up ahead to Zloxauer. He'll center it for Sela. Cross into the box. Carrion Jr. can't put a redirection on it. Zloxauer still has it. Trying to make a move. We'll have to pass it back to Spaeth. So officially the goal by Joey Bourgeois, assisted by Ian Smith for Green Bay to give them their 2-0 lead. And that cross goes all the way out into the practice field. This will be a throw-in for Green Bay. That pass just a little bit too far out in front. rolls out of bounds for a throw in for Chicago. They take it quickly. Nice one-touch pass. No. Get it out wide to Garcia. Carry on Jr. Spaeth trying to get some room. That'll go out off of Spaeth. Throwing for Perez. Carrion Jr. clears it all the way down. Zloxauer trying to get there. Able to get the touch off, so it'll stay with the Phoenix. And that's cleared down out. Carrion Jr. having some words then with some of his teammates after that. They were confused what he was trying to do that time. That shot deflected off and go all the way out, completely out of the stadium. And that shot goes too far over the top of the goal for a goal kick. You see again, shot definitely assisted by the wind. Goal kick up ahead, rattling around, taken up by Chicago. Flames trying to cut into this 2-0 lead the Phoenix have. Again, Green Bay with about 23 minutes left to go in the match. Definitely not out of the woods yet. So there is still a chance here for the Flames. They will have a corner kick now coming up. Kuvecik okay with just taking some time here too now as we're into the 69th minute. Now we've got a little bit of a stoppage. Just want to make sure that they have the clock right. They're going to take about 20 seconds off of the clock. Now it's to 68:10 on the game clock. Phoenix able to control. And that touch just a little bit too far. Headed down and controlled by Husini. Wanted to try and get Zloxauer on a lead pass up ahead, but that was headed away. No whistle that time. And now they will actually give the whistle. No card though. It's back to hit the turf. Free kick rattling around, cleared out by Green Bay. And the Phoenix getting goals from Tomer Zloxauer and Joey Bourgeois in this match to give them their 2-0 lead. They've got the ball up ahead. Just about 20 minutes left to go in the match. Low cross in, cleared back out. Green Bay still with it. Green Bay's okay with taking up some time here. This attack, they don't have to rush anything. So they have it down in the far corner. Spaeth now with plenty of room. Carry-on Jr. can't get to that, so it's cleared out for a throw-in. Carry-on Jr. trying to fight through a double team, can't do it. They'll say that went off of Green Bay. Throw in for UIC. Long throw in. Green Bay is able to get possession. UIC now with it. Ash goes back to Garcia. That pass just gets deflected off then. It'll be a throw-in for the Phoenix. Interception for the Phoenix. They've got some numbers. If they can get a pass ahead, there'll be a whistle for a free kick for Green Bay. This is where you just take your time if you're the Phoenix. Have one of your center backs take this free kick. Let some more of that clock run down if you can. Intercepted by Green Bay. Tried a one-touch, give and go. Still able to keep possession. Then that missed touch will go out. Throw in for UIC. Garcia and Carrion Jr. trying to win a foot race, and it's going to go stay on the line. Carrion Jr. will clear it down. Now some running room for Spaeth. Spaeth going into the center. Zloxauer wanted the ball. Spaeth couldn't get his head up, though, to see Zloxauer making a run. Green Bay able to keep possession now, though. Just about 15 minutes left to go in the match.
Green Bay's up 10 for 6.
Chicago working it down the far side. It's taken away by Green Bay. Still in a dangerous spot. And they'll just have to clear that out for a throw-in for Chicago. We're inside 15 minutes left to go. If you're UIC, you're just thinking, just try and get one goal. You can't, there's no way for you to get these 2 goals back on one play. You just need to try and make it a 1-goal game, put some pressure back on Green Bay. And that shot just sailing wide or over the top. And again, a little bit more gamesmanship from the Phoenix as they'll go with a substitution to keep the clock running. Have to slow things down a little bit more. UIC trying to get it into the box, and then that hard low shot just stays wide. Kovacic again, taking his time.
Green Bay's up 14 for 7. UIC's up 16.
Long shot that'll again go up over the top of the goal.
And flying to number 16, Elwin Slice.
Alvin Seitz checking in for UIC. And Joey Bourgeois coming back off the bench for the Phoenix. As Tomer Zloxauer heads back to the bench. Phoenix trying to withstand some more pressure from the Flames. They try and put as many players forward as they can. That cross headed down and then finally sent out of the box. Phoenix have a few numbers if they want to try a counter-attack. Try to get it up ahead for Bourgeois. He misplays it. Flames with a long pass out wide to Zeitz. Chip up ahead to carry on Junior. Center to Bourgeois. He'll hesitate. Long through ball that's not going to get up ahead far enough, and that'll go over the touchline for a goal kick. Sawyer Jackman sending it away. Seitz tries to get it into the box, and Kuvedchik has to just fall on it. There's no opportunity for any of the defensemen to try and clear that out. Inside 10 minutes to go now. And there'll be a foul. No card though, just quick stoppage, and now little and again a change on the clock, so now we're down to 80-37. Seitz. Ash with it on the near side. He has it taken away for a moment. There's going to be a whistle. You can take a look at the replay here. And there was definitely ball there from Jack Bradford. Didn't get carded for it, but it was definitely a questionable moment there of giving the free kick. So it'll be Perez taking this free kick high to the far post. That makes it all the way through the box without anyone touching it for a goal kick. Now a conversation with the referee and some of the Phoenix players in this stoppage, as they're confused as to where that foul was. Now substitution for Green Bay. Phoenix win that 50-50 ball. Bourgeois with it. Chipped out wide. They've got numbers coming up ahead. Long pass ahead. Bourgeois with it at the top of the box. And that's just going to go out wide, and Jackman's able to get to it. Jackman sending it away deep. The Flames with some numbers now, trying to at least cut into this lead and make it a one-goal game. That goes out for another goal kick. Again, Kuvedchik just takes his time, strolls up to the ball. This will be a free kick for the Flames now. As Mateo will be the one to take it. Mateo, the freshman from Barcelona. High free kick into the box, headed away. Still in some danger though, before Green Bay is able to get it back out. Kvenchik again, making sure his teammates get forward.
Green Bay's up 21 for 8, 11 for 27.
Now a stoppage as that ball just went out of bounds. Flames again trying to cut into this 2-goal lead for Green Bay as there's just about 5.5 minutes left to go. And the Phoenix able to clear it out again. Phoenix is trying to survive here again. UIC coming into today, we're tied for first place in the Horizon League. As Wright State did win today to give them 16 points, UIC sitting at 13. The Phoenix can close out the lead and move up in the Horizon League standings. Brown winning the foot race. Tries to center it. Bourgeois can't get there though. Green Bay clears it back out again. Flames still have possession. That's deflected and will go out. Green Bay's got a number of players looking to sub in as we're inside 4 minutes left to go. This will be a corner kick. High to the back post, rattling around, still in a dangerous spot. And they're able to clear it out. Sent back in. And that'll go wide. Try to just one touch that and misdirect.
And for the Phoenix, number 6.
Green Bay with a number of players coming in, try to get some fresh legs. Again, so we're down to 86-40 in the match.
I'm loving it. Oh my goodness. Is it over?
Flames again only going to have a couple more opportunities as it's this match starting to dwindle down. And we'll go out for another corner. Perez again, swinging it into the box. Kuvecik nearly losing it, able to get his hands on it again. Graber had to send it back to Jackman. Zloxau were able to get it. Carry on, Junior. Minute and a half left to go now. No whistle from some contact at the top of the box that time. The Phoenix players and some of the fans here wanted it. And the referee saying that it was more of a flop than anything else.
1 minute remaining in the second half. 1 minute.
Kuvecik sends it away. Inside a minute left to go. Flames just trying to do everything they can. Sights with some space into the box, rattling around, and that'll go out. This will be a corner, and Flames sending a number of players forward now. So we've got a pause. Coach is unhappy. Again, we're in a stoppage here. There was some words being exchanged over on the benches between players and coaches. High arcing free kick right into the hands of Kuvecik, and we're inside 15 seconds now to go. Countdown has started.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
And Kuvecik sends it away, and that will do it. A 2-0 victory for the Phoenix, with the huge win in Horizon League play, dropping the UIC Flames. So now the Phoenix move up to 7-4-2 on the season, 3-2-1 in Horizon League play. The Flames falling to 10-4-1, and 4-2-1 on Horizon League play. So the Phoenix again coming away with a huge upset victory over the UIC Flames. 2-0 is our score. I'm Hunter Vaughn saying so long from Aldo Santega Stadium, where the final score is 2-0. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.
Good job, man.
Yeah, we will. Thanks for letting us hang out with you.